In this video lecture, we will go through applications of Nernst equation. To start with, just let's write the Nernst equation. E is equals to E0 2.303 upon NF RT log ion concentration. Right, this is the Nernst equation, and we have already done two lectures on Nernst equation. In the first lecture, we have understood that electrode potential depends on temperature and concentration of ions, right? And we also discussed that initially when we started electrochemistry, we have understood that electrode potential depends on concentration of concentration of ions, and temperature, right? And this Nernst equation is a quantitative relationship of the factors on which electrode potential depends. Then in the second video lecture, we have derived this Nernst equation, right? Now we'll see where we can use this Nernst equation, right? Application of Nernst equation. Just let's take the example that we have done before of galvanic cell of zinc and copper, right? This is the galvanic cell. This is your zinc rod, zinc electrode. This is your copper electrode, right? And this is connected via copper wire. You have electrolyte, right, in both the half cells. This is zinc rod, this is zinc sulfate, right, which contains zinc ions. So metal rod, zinc rod, is in contact with its own ions. Similarly, in the other half cell, we have copper sulfate, right, and copper electrode. So here copper is in contact with copper ions. So this is your copper electrode where copper is in contact with its own ions. This is zinc electrode where zinc is in contact with its own ions, zinc ions. And these are known as redox couples. Just to revise these things, copper ions is in contact with copper, right? These are redox couples which are oxidized, where oxidized and reduced form of the same substance exists together. Now we will see how we can use Nernst equation to calculate the EMF of the cell, right? If I write Nernst equation for these two electrodes, I'll write it as EMF of the cell is equals to E0, right? I'll write it for the right electrode, and right electrode we know is reduction half cell, where reduction reaction is taking place when copper ions in the electrolyte gains electrons, right, that are coming from zinc and get reduced to copper metal. Here the concentration of copper ions is high in the beginning, right? And here in the zinc electrode where oxidation takes place, we call it as oxidation half cell, where zinc loses electrons and forms zinc ions, right? So here concentration of ions is increasing, here concentration of ions is decreasing, right? So for this I write the Nernst equation as 2.303 RT upon NF log of ion concentration. Here ions are copper, right? Copper ion concentration. So this is your right hand electrode, ER. ER represents right electrode where reduction reaction occurs. Similarly, for this oxidation half cell, we write it as left, we call it as left electrode. EL is equals to standard electrode potential 2.303 RT upon NF log of ion concentration. Here it's zinc, right? We have these two equations for these two half cells, right? Now we know that current is flowing in this cell from copper to zinc, right? Because electrons are moving from zinc, the electrons lost by zinc is going through this copper wire to copper electrode, right? So here electrons are flowing from zinc to copper, that is from anode, this is your anode, from anode to cathode, and current is flowing from cathode to anode in the outer circuit. Now we know that when current is flowing, that means there is potential difference between the two electrodes, right? And it is due to the potential difference that current is flowing, right? Because we know that current flows from higher potential to lower potential. Till the time we have potential difference in the two half cells, current will flow, right? So what is the potential difference due to which current is flowing? E is equals to, potential difference is difference of the two potentials, ER minus EL, right? And this is your standard reduction potential, right? The potential that we have taken is, these are reduction potentials, right? And we know that reduction potential of copper electrode where reduction is occurring is higher, and reduction potential of zinc electrode where oxidation is occurring is lower, right? So we have written ER minus EL, right? Where ER is greater than EL, right? So if I want to find the EMF of the cell, I'll put the value of electrode potential for copper electrode from here, and for left hand electrode, which is your zinc electrode, from here. So putting the value of ER and EL in this equation, in first equation, you will get E is equals to, this is also EL and ER. This is your standard reduction potential values which you can get from electrochemical series, right? So this would be like ER minus EL, right? If I subtract this from this, then 2.303 RT upon NF is common log of this minus this, log of copper ions minus log of zinc ions, right? So this is E, and E is equals to, this would be your standard reduction potential of right hand electrode, right, minus standard reduction potential of left hand electrode, which is your EMF of, standard EMF of this cell, right? ER minus EL would be standard EMF of this cell, plus 2.303 RT upon NF log of, from formula of logarithm, this would be copper ion concentration upon zinc ion concentration, right? So using this formula, you can calculate the EMF of the cell, right? Once you know the concentration of copper ions and zinc ions, you can easily find the, once you know the concentration of copper ions in this cell and the zinc ions in this cell, you can find the EMF of the cell. This value of, this is the EMF of the cell, right? Standard EMF of the cell, I'm sorry, which you can calculate from the electrochemical series. The value of ER and EL can be taken from the electrochemical series, or more, in most of the cases, if you will get numericals, you have the value of these two standard reduction potential given, right? And R is gas constant, T is temperature, N is the number of electrons. Here the number of electrons are 2, right? So I have written in this standard formula, we'll write N, right? So whatever is the number of electrons involved in the cell reaction is the value of N. and F is your Faraday's constant, whose value is 96,500 coulombs for 1 mole of electrons, right? So NF would be total charge, right? So using Nernst equation, we can find the EMF of the cell if you know the copper ion concentration and zinc ion concentrations in the two half cells, right? So we write, if we know concentration of ions in two half cells, we get EMF of cell, right? Now this is the easy way to calculate the EMF of the cell, right? And we are already aware of all these formulas, right? With this also we are aware, we have already done this before these, right? We just have to substitute the value of right hand and left hand electrode and you will get the EMF of the cell. And we concluded that once we know the concentration of ions in the two half cells, we will get to know the EMF of the cell, right? Now the second this was the first application of the Nernst equation, where we can calculate the EMF of the cell. The second is to calculate the equilibrium constant. Using Nernst equation, we can calculate the equilibrium constant of the reaction. Equilibrium constant, K, the value of K, or we say Kc. Right. Now we know that when the reaction is at equilibrium, right, then we can calculate the value of equilibrium constant. Now let's see how can this reaction, or when will this reaction will occur, reach at equilibrium. So if you write the reaction, what is the reaction here? The reaction that is taking place is, I'll write it over here, where zinc, right, plus copper ions, zinc is getting oxidized to zinc ions and copper is getting reduced to, as per this reaction, copper ions. So this is the reaction that is taking place, right? And due to this reaction, the concentration of zinc ions is increasing and the concentration of copper ions is decreasing, right? Because copper ions are getting reduced to copper metal. So at equilibrium, when this reaction will reach equilibrium, I'll write this equilibrium sign plus copper, right? So at equilibrium, the EMF of the cell will become 0. That is, in this equation, if I take this equation, this equilibrium will become 0, right? And we know that since we want to calculate the equilibrium constant, we know that Kc is equals to zinc ion concentration. This is from chemical equilibrium. We should know this from chemical equilibrium, right? This is in your aqueous, we write it as AQ, then solid divided by, this is solid, then copper ions, right? This is again in aqueous. We know that concentration of solids and liquids is taken as unity, right? So this zinc ion and copper ion would be 1, right? So Kc would be zinc ion, this is 1, copper ion, right, would be 1. So here divided by copper ions. This is your Kc, right? Now let's little talk about the equilibrium of this reaction. We know one thing, since we said that E is equals to, EMF of the cell is equals to ER minus EL, right? This is your, both these are the value of reduction potentials, right? So we know that reduction potential, we have done this before when we studied the factors on which electrode potential depends, that reduction potential is directly proportional to concentration of ions, right? And we have just seen that in oxidation half cell, concentration of ions, concentration of zinc ions is decreasing, right? In reduction half cell, concentration of copper ions is increasing, right? So here in the first case where concentration of ion is decreasing, so here initially we have seen that ER is greater than EL, right? That is, in the right hand electrode, the value of, since reduction is occurring here, so value of reduction potential is high, right? But initially the value of reduction potential is high, but we said that reduction potential is directly proportional to concentration of ions. So here concentration of copper ions is, we said, is decreasing, right, is going down, and here concentration of zinc ions is increasing, right? Since this is decreasing, concentration of copper ions is decreasing, so as per this ER is decreasing, right? And concentration of zinc ions is increasing, so reduction potential as per this will increase in this half cell, right? Initially reduction potential was low in the oxidation half cell, then as the time progresses the reduction potential in the oxidation half cell will increase, right? So EL is increasing, right? So in this formula this is decreasing and this is increasing, right? And initially ER is higher than EL, right? Then at one point at equilibrium, ER will be equal to EL, right? So when ER would be equal to EL, then E is equals to 0, right? Here this E will become 0 when ER and EL will become equal, right? So when these two will become 0, E is equals to 0, then cell will stop working, due to no current, flowing in the outer circuit from cathode to anode, or no electrons flowing from anode to cathode, or no electrons from anode to cathode, right? So at equilibrium, now we know that, with all this explanation, now we know that E is 0 at equilibrium, right? And we know that equilibrium constant for this equilibrium reaction is this. If I put the value of E at equilibrium, so now we know at equilibrium E is 0 and equilibrium constant Kc is zinc ion concentration upon copper ion concentration, right? So I'll put the value of these in this equation, right? Because we are dealing with EMF of the cell and the equilibrium constant. So if I'll put the value of these two here, this EMF is 0 as per this explanation. So this is 0 and this is your reduction potential value minus 2.303 RT upon NF log, in place of copper ion concentration upon zinc ion concentration. Right, I can write this as Kc. This is the value of your Kc. Right. So once you have the value of concentration of ions, right, this is your ion concentration. So you can replace it with Kc. So E cell, since this is 0, right, or I can write, if I want to write this equation, since here the copper ions are above and this is down, so to write it like this, we know that there is a formula of logarithm that log x is equals to minus log upon 1x. I'll use this formula here and I'll change this to zinc ion. I'll change this equation to zinc ions plus copper ions, and I'll make this as negative using this formula, right? So this is 0, this is E cell minus 2.303 RT upon NF log of Kc, right? So this is, I'll take this here, Kc 2.303 RT upon NF is equals to E cell, right? So value of Kc would be, can be calculated from log Kc is equals to E cell NF upon 2.303 RT. 2.303 RT and N is constant, NF, this is constant, right? So once you know the EMF of the cell, standard EMF of the cell, from there you can calculate the Kc, right, which is your equilibrium constant, right? So this is your simple equation to calculate the value of Kc, right? So 2.303, R is gas constant, T is temperature, N is the number of electrons involved in the reaction. So this N is not constant, F is constant, right? So 2.303 RT on, and this F is constant, right? So value of N you can get from the reaction, and this E, this is your standard EMF of the cell. So using this formula you can calculate the value of Kc, which is your equilibrium constant, right? So using Nernst equation you can calculate the equilibrium constant of the reaction, and just remember this equation, why cell stops working, and this, how to calculate the equilibrium constant of the reaction. And I have made one adjustment where I took this above and I brought this copper ions down. So I changed the formula using this logarithmic formula and I put minus sign here, right? So this is it. And there is one more application, a small application, where you can calculate the, using EMF of the cell, you can calculate the concentration of ions in one of the half cells. If you know the concentration of ions in copper half cell, and you know the EMF of the cell, using potentiometer you know the EMF of the cell, and you have the concentration of, say, copper ions, right? So here you can put the value of EMF of the cell, and you know the standard EMF from the electrochemical series, standard reduction potential, right? And you know this copper ions, right? So, and you want to find this zinc ions. So you can calculate the concentration of zinc ions if you know copper ions and your EMF. This, all these is constant, N is the number of electrons involved, right? And this you can take from electrochemical series, right? So the electrode potential, the concentration of ions in one of the half cells can be calculated if you know the concentration of ions in the other half cell and the EMF of the cell, which is the reading of potentiometer, or the EMF of the cell can be calculated using potentiometer, right? I hope all this is clear to you, and this is very important. Thanks.